Miami's a vibrant city on Florida's southeast coast, known for its beaches, nightlife, and Cuban-influenced culture. Picture this: white sandy beaches like South Beach, lined with Art Deco buildings from the 1920s and 30s, buzzing with tourists and locals. The weather's hot and humid, averaging 75 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit year-round, with a rainy season from May to October. It's home to about 450,000 people, but the metro area hits over 6 million. Key neighborhoods include Coral Gables, with its Spanish-style mansions, Wynwood, famous for street art and galleries, and Little Havana, where you'll find cigar shops and Cuban coffee. The port's a major cruise hub, and Miami International Airport handles millions of passengers yearly. Sports-wise, there's the Heat basketball team, Dolphins football, and Marlins baseball. Music scene? Think reggaeton, Latin pop, and festivals like Ultra Music Festival. Food ranges from stone crab claws to Cuban sandwiches. Downsides? Traffic's a nightmare, hurricanes are a risk, and cost of living's high. Think $500,000 median home price. Crime's concentrated in certain areas. Crime-wise, hotspots like Liberty City or Overtown see more incidents, but tourist zones are patrolled heavily. Everglades National Park is a quick drive west, perfect for airboat tours and gator spotting. Miami's also a finance hub, with downtown skyscrapers, housing banks, and Latin American HQs. The design district's got luxury shopping, from Prada to Balenciaga. Oh, and the Viscay Museum. Stunning Italian-style villa with gardens, built in 1916. Nightlife? Clubs like LIV at the Fontainebleau pull huge DJs. If you're into art, Art Basel draws global crowds in December. Best time to visit? December to April. Sunny, 70s to 80s, fewer storms. May to November's cheaper, but hot, humid, hurricane-prone. Fly into Miami International, it's chaos, so arrive early. Rent a car if you want freedom, but traffic sucks. Use Waze, avoid rush hour, 7 to 9 a.m., 4 to 6 p.m. Public transit's decent, Metro Rail for north-south, Metromov or downtown. Stay near South Beach for fun, Coconut Grove for calm, or Brickell for nightlife. Uber/Lyft are everywhere, safer than cabs sometimes. Beach tips: public access at South Point Park, rent bikes to cruise Ocean Drive. Hydrate, sunscreen's non-negotiable. Wear flip-flops, but watch for broken glass. Food: grab a cafe con leche in Little Havana. Hit Versailles for Lesson. Budget: $150 to $250 per day for mid-range. Hostels run $30 to $50. Hotels $100. Miami Beach is this vibrant, sunny stretch in South Florida, famous for its Art Deco architecture along Ocean Drive. Think pastel buildings from the 30s. It's got miles of white sand beaches, perfect for lounging or water sports like paddleboarding. The city's got a lively nightlife scene, with spots like Lincoln Road Mall buzzing at night. It's also a hub for big events like Ultra Music Festival or Art Basel Miami Beach. Miami Beach is basically 2 miles off Miami's coast on a barrier island, so it's got that tropical vibe with palm trees everywhere. Beyond the beaches, South Beach is the heart-crazy crowds, neon lights, and Cuban food spots like Versailles for late-night croquetas. History-wise, it boomed in the 20s as a getaway for the rich, then hit a low in the 80s before reviving with the Deco District, now a National Historic Landmark. Fun fact: the Fontainebleau Hotel, there's been in movies like Scarface and The Godfather 2. The Florida Keys are a chain of tropical islands stretching over 100 miles off Florida's southern tip, from Key Largo to Key West. They're known for crystal clear waters, coral reefs, especially the Great Barrier Reef, like John Pennekamp State Park, and laid-back vibes. Think diving, fishing, and sunset celebrations at Mallory Square. Fun fact: Key West claims to be the southernmost point in the continental U. Subnarda's history starts way back with indigenous tribes like the Calusa and Timucua around 10,000 years ago. Europeans arrived when Ponce de Leon claimed it for Spain in 1512, calling it La Florida. It bounced between Spanish, French, and British hands until the U.S. bought it in 1819. The Keys, those island chains, were first mapped by Spaniards in the 16th century, named Los Martires for shipwrecks. Native Tequesta used them for fishing, but pirates and salvagers ruled early on. The wrecking industry boomed in the 1800s, making Key West a salvage hub. By 1860, it was America's richest city per capita. Rail pioneer Henry Flagler connected the Keys by train in 1913, boosting tourism. Hurricanes hit hard, like the 1935 storm destroying the railroad. Post-World War II, military bases and retirees transformed the area. Think Cuban influence from Havana's 90 miles away. Key West even declared independence as the Conch Republic in 1982 to protest a U.S. border checkpoint. Nowadays, it's all about ecotourism and Hemingway haunts. The Florida Keys are packed with chill spots and adventures. Top hits? Start with John Pennekamp Coral Reef State Park in Key Largo for epic snorkeling and glass-bottom boat tours. It's like the ocean's own aquarium. Swing by Robbie's in Isla Mirada to feed massive tarpon fish off the dock. They're jumping like crazy. In Marathon, hit Bahia Honda State Park for those postcard beaches and the old 7-mile bridge walk to Pigeon, Key's stunning views. Key West, the grand finale. Ernest Hemingway's home and museum for cat vibes and history. The Butterfly and Nature Conservatory if you're into fluttering colors. And Fort Zachary Taylor for beachy forts and swimming. Don't skip Mallory Square at sunset for street performers and conch chowder. Pro tip: rent a bike or scooter to cruise Duval Street. Road tripping the overseas highway? Pure magic. Everglades National Park down in southern Florida is this massive subtropical wilderness, over 1.5 million acres of wetlands, mangroves, and sawgrass prairies. It's the only place in the U.S. where freshwater meets saltwater, creating a unique ecosystem called the River of Grass. Think alligators, manatees, panthers, and over 300 bird species. It's a birdwatcher's paradise. Famous for airboat rides to spot wildlife, but kayak tours give you a quieter vibe, gliding through mangroves. Key spots: Shark Valley for the 15-mile loop trail and observation tower, and Hinga Trail near the visitor center for easy gator views, and Flamingo for coastal trails and camping. It's super fragile. Water flow issues from urban sprawl are a big deal, so park rangers stress eco-respect. Best time to go is winter to avoid summer heat and bugs. Airboat tours in the Everglades are a wild way to skim across the sawgrass, like gliding on a fan-powered hovercraft. These flat-bottomed boats, usually with massive propeller cages, zip through shallow marshes where alligators hang out. You'll spot gators sunning, herons stalking fish, and maybe an otter or two. Tours range from 15-minute thrill rides to 2-hour eco-deep dives with naturalists explaining the swamp's quirks, like how pythons are an invasive mess. Popular operators like Coopertown or Gator Park offer narrated trips, sometimes with wildlife shows or snake handling. Expect loud fans, so bring earplugs, and summer's hot, go early or winter for comfort. Safety tip: they're stable, but no swimming. Little Havana's this vibrant Cuban heart in Miami, buzzing with culture just west of downtown. Walk Calle Ocho. Think domino games in Maximo Gomez Park, where old-timers slap tiles like pros. Calle Ocho's got murals, like the dominoes in the park statue, and shops selling guayaberas and hand-rolled cigars. Food? Versailles restaurants a must for croquetas and café con leche. Grab a pastelito too. The Walk of Fame honors Latin stars like Celia Cruz. Nightlife pops with salsa at Ball and Chain, and the Tower Theater screens classics. It's got history. Cuba's influence exploded post-59 revolution with exiles fleeing. Still, gentrification's creeping, but the soul's strong. Food in Little Havana? It's pure flavor heaven. Cuban cuisine rules. Think ropa vieja, that shredded beef stew, or arroz con pollo for hearty vibes. Start at Versailles. Get the pan con bistec sandwich, dripping with garlic mojo. Don't sleep on the Frida's crispy pork burgers with plantain chips. Sweet tooth? Pastelitos, flaky pastries stuffed with guava and cheese are everywhere. Café con leche is non-negotiable. Strong, sweet, and served in tiny cups at walk-up windows. Try Sandwich de Miami for midnight snacks. Medianoche sandwiches oozing with roast pork and ham. Empanadas, 2B for spinach, fried golden. Street vendors hawk churros, dusted with cinnamon sugar. Pro tip, pair it all with a mojito, but mocktail if you're driving. Market-wise, La Casita hit for fresh tamales. Hot take, Cuban food's better than tacos. Little Havana got its soul from Cuba's revolution in 1959. Thousands of exiles. First wave was middle-class folks fleeing Batista's fall, settled in Miami, snapping up rundown neighborhoods west of downtown. By the 60s, Tamiami Trail, Calle Ocho, turned Cuban fast cafes, cigar factories, bolita gambling dens. Operation Pedro Pan brought 14,000 unaccompanied kids here from 60 to 62, splitting families till reunions years later. The 60s and 70s saw Bay of Pigs, vets, militant groups, even a couple bombs. Think of that Versace-era tension. But culture bloomed. Carnaval Calle Ocho started 77, now world's biggest street party with 1 million dancers. Artists like Jose Parla muralized the streets. Waves kept coming. Mario Boatlift in '80 brought 25,000, mixed in artists, hustlers. Today, it's gentrifying. Young Cubans priced out, but dominoes still slap in parks. Miami's museum scenes electric art, history, and science, all mixed with that tropical flair. Top picks? Perez Art Museum, Miami, or PAMM, overlooks Biscayne Bay with killer modern Latin American and global exhibits. Think bold installations and waterfront views. Vizcaya Museum and Gardens is a 1916 Italian Renaissance stunner. Opulent rooms, 10 acres of manicured grounds, and bayfront breezes. Feels like a Gilded Age escape. History. Miami dives into the city's wild past, from Tequesta roots to Art Deco neon, with rotating shows on Cuban exiles and Jazz Age vibes. Frost Science Museum's a family fave. Aquarium with sharks, planetarium star shows, and hands-on labs. Super interactive. Wynwood Walls? Outdoor street art heaven. Murals by legends like Shepard Fairey, Free, and Instagold. Rubel Museum's got edgy contemporary collections and a warehouse vibe, and the base in South Beach mixes fashion and pop culture. Wynwood started as a warehouse district north of downtown Miami. Think gritty, industrial, forgotten. Then, mid-aughts, real estate hustlers like Tony Goldman saw gold in the blank concrete walls. He kicked off Wynwood Walls in 2012, turning them into massive murals by street art stars like Shepard Fairey and Crash. Boom. Suddenly, it's this exploding art playground, galleries popping up overnight. By 2015, it's murals everywhere. Dragons on loading docks, neon portraits on parking lots. Second Saturdays are chaos, art walks, food trucks, DJs till midnight. Coffee spots like Panther evolved into craft breweries. Panther Coffee still slings killer espresso next to graffiti. Shops? Zach the Baker for sourdough or the Wynwood Yard for open-air eats, tacos, poke bowls, whatever. It's gentrified hard now. Rents tripled, old Cubans grumbled, but the vibe's still raw, walkable, photogenic. Brickell's Miami's financial powerhouse. Kinda like Wall Street with palm trees. It's this sleek skyline district south of downtown, packed with glass towers since the 80s boom. Started quiet railroad-era warehouses and warehouses by the Miami River, but Cuban exiles turned it into a banking hub. Think Bacardi's old HQ. Now it's condos, hedge funds, and crypto bros. Simpson Park's last green lung with native trees hiding frogs. Mary Brickell Village mixes shops, eateries, like Chirpino's Italian or Blackbird Latin Grill. Nightlife? Blackbird Ordinary for craft cocktails, or Sugar Rooftop with bay views, dress sharp. Art pops at One Hotel's murals or the underlined trail art. Walkable, but hilly in heels. Bayside Marketplace are right on the water, right by the port. Basically where tourists get stuck forever. Built in '93, it's a big open-air mall/party zone. 3 stories of shops, pastel awnings, mariachi bands clashing with guitar dudes. You get the Hard Rock Cafe, still alive somehow, Bubba Gump, and, best part, every boat tour captain yelling about dolphins. $10 to hop a speedboat and zip around Biscayne. Maybe see a manatee if you're lucky. After, grab a mango smoothie and watch the yachts flex. Supposed to be classy, but it's loud, sweaty, full of cruise ship people taking selfies with flamingos. Evening fireworks on Fridays. Pretty cool. Worth it once. Bayside boat tours? They're the ultimate chill way to gawk at Miami's glitzy, side-think 90-minute cruises from Bayside Marketplace, zipping past Star Island mansions, that postcard skyline, and maybe a celeb yacht sighting. Island Queen or Miami Celebrity Tours are classics, narrated, open-air vibes. Spotting Fisher Island in Millionaire's Row runs hourly from like 11 a.m. to sunset, about $28 adults, kids half off. Want adrenaline? Thriller Speedboat Ride blasts you Miami Vice style, 30 minutes of whooshes and laughs. Sunset options glow with the bay lit up. Romantic, but book ahead weekends. Pro tip, grab a drink on board if allowed. Star Island's basically celebrity heaven, private, man-made island off South Beach, ringed by those postcard houses. Gloria Estefan lives here. Pitbull. Shaq used to. Julia Roberts once. Back in the 20s, they were built by sugar barons and silent movie stars. Big white mansions, mahogany doors, marble floors. Then Hollywood crashed the party. Now you've got security gates, no trespassing signs, but the boat tours let you gawk from the water. Red-tiled roofs, infinity pools, dockside Lambos. There's the mysterious gravestones, old Jewish cemetery tucked behind palms, plus a weird little park with benches facing nothing. Feels like a movie set, but real. Downtown Miami still feels like the Wild West in a suit. Skyscrapers stab up, over 200 towers now. Banks, condos, lawyers arguing in glass lobbies. Started as a swampy trading post, Henry Flagler turned it into a rail hub in the late 1800s. Then Art Deco boom. Now crypto bros run blockchain meetups in brick-adjacent cafes. Bayfront parks your green escape. Yoga at sunrise, free concerts, but watch for sketchy corners after dark. Adrian Arsh Center's world-class ballet and Broadway, dress code, whatever. Paris Art Museum's nearby. BAM's Aquarium too, if you want to stare at jellyfish. Nightlife? Rooftop bars at East Miami, skyline selfies till you drop. Walkable to Bayside. Miami's shopping scene? Total vibe. Sunny sidewalks lined with designer drops and streetwear steals, where you can blow your budget on Gucci 1 minute and grab a Cuban coffee the next. Miami Shopping Center might mean Brickell City Center, downtown shiny gem, all glass and green walls, with luxury like Saks Fifth Avenue, high-end eats like Carbone, and that endless escalator people watching. Or Dolphin Mall out west, the massive outlet beast with 240 stores, Coach bags half off, plus a movie theater and Dave & Buster's for arcade therapy. Lifestyle-wise, it's aspirational chaos. Influencers snapping in the design district. Think Dior and street art. Wynwood's indie boutiques for graphic tees and vinyl. Or Lincoln Road's pedestrian mall for people dodging while scoring Ray-Bans. Aventura Mall's the king for sheer size. 300 boutiques, Nordstrom, and food court heaven. Pro tip. Weekends mean crowds, so hit early with iced matcha. Lincoln Road. Pedestrian paradise. 6 blocks of car-free concrete in South Beach. Basically Miami yelling walk-in flip-flops. Built in the 50s by architect Morris Lapidus. Same guy behind Fontainebleau's swoopy style. It went from ritzy shops to hippie crash pad. Then Malafide in the 80s. Now? Prada, Apple Store, and indie gems like Fred Siegel mingle with food trucks hawking arepas. People watching's the sport. Rollerbladers, drag queens, tourists lost with shopping bags. Weekends, it's a circus. Street performers juggling fire. That guy with the guitar again. Grab a gelato, sit on the benches, pretend you're in a Fellini flick. But the heat, brutal. Late night? Bars spill onto the street till 2. Thank you for watching.